Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy for Real Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with the draft recap of the Red League. I'm going to be breaking the fourth wall when this video, if it ever gets uploaded. Um, I'm uploading this right after our Week 11 game, which was maybe our last game, you guys don't know, in case we did make a playoff run. But I decided to do the recap now, and if, you know, things happen, I'm going to redo this video, and you guys will never know. But if not, then we just are doing the recap right now. This season was pretty fun. We just ran into a lot of unfortunate events throughout the season. Just ran into some teams that just really outplayed us. Ran into some situations where we misplayed mostly two games. Like I think it was against Borrego. If we had just clicked Flare Blitz and killed the Scolipede, since it was not Sash or Life, since it was not Slash or Life Orb, we would have beaten that thing. And I think it would open the door for us to be able to win the game essentially. I definitely think not clicking Iron Tail and that Choice Bandit, Perugly or Contention trying to go for the paralysis right there kind of bite us in the butt too. But again, you only got yourself to blame for situations like that. Um, yeah, I mean the one with Scolipede, I guess I just got a extremely low damage roll or something because of his HP investment or something like that. But hey, that's some stuff you just can't control, and that's something you just gotta live with. The one I'm more mad at is just not clicking Iron Tail. I should have clicked Iron Tail, especially since that Zapdos I think was like at 27%. It may have not killed, but it was worth it. And plus, if he did try going out into something else, I could have clicked it with Iron Tail because I would have gotten rid of Aerodactyl. If I got rid of Aerodactyl, I would have won that game with my Zero Aura, essentially, if I had Zero Aura still around. Whatever was faster that I had left around. Like, I can also go back to Cali because couldn't click on constantly clicking Body Slam or Facade or something like that. So I would have won that game probably hands down. So we would not probably be in the position that we were in. But hey, it is what it is, man. Again, so I'm gonna stop talking. They don't keep track of the stats and everything like that. That's kind of like I like to do. It was like the season and stuff like that. Just look for the stats of the mods that did well for us. This was the very first time I've ever written them down. I'm kind of also going to go in a little more detail. It's something like my good buddy Brendan, aka Dark Devil 26, does when he does his draft recaps. So let's just go over the mods we had. So honestly, for this season, we had a tie for the worst mons on our team. We had Rose right here, which only came to one game this season, 0 kills, and Dusclops, which has come to 2 games and got a toxic kill on the Garchomp from that 1 week. And then it died, obviously, in our week 11 game. So, yeah, that happened. Anyways, looking back at it, I mean, I don't regret picking up Roserade. I don't regret picking up Roserade. I feel like Roserade supported the team really well. I just didn't really like some of the matches that Roserade just was in for this week's. I guess I could have brought it like against our week 10 opponent, which would have been really good to brought it. It probably would have been a really good mon to bring here with something like an assault vest or something. But again, with the options of some of the team that he had, Tiffany had, I just don't know. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just if we weren't confident with going what we wanted for Rose Raid in the games or whatever, or just team match didn't work out. But honestly, I still think Rose Raid's a fantastically good Pokemon. This thing is super, super good offensively. This is super decently good defensively, good supporter, and everything like that. Really do want to keep trying to use this thing. It's really lovely fun, and I guess it was again. It was just one of those games that in one of the leagues that we just didn't get to thrive with. Same thing with Dusclops. I never really used Dusclops at all, and for only using it 2 games, it didn't do anything for us really. It just clicked to Toxic and Hex, and then just died straight up to a max roll on the Darkest Lariat. So it wasn't a good mon. I mean it's just me because I'm not a Dusclops user or anything like that. I've never used Dusclops. I mean, I might try it again in low tier format if the Rise ever again comes to me or something like that. But generally speaking, I don't think I'm ever going to draft Dusclops. I just don't think it's that good. And plus, I just wanted a low budget Pokemon, so it is what it is. But Ugly. Now, this is one Pokemon that would have made the top 6 and should have made the top 6. And it hurts my soul because this is my baby girl. This is my Cali girl. Oh my god. But I have to go based off of the stats. Ugly came to 3 games and only had the 1 kill, which was the Danzy, and then died twice. It was in that game, and it died again in the game with the Zapdos and the thing. I'm so mad because Perugly should have probably had ended up right then with 4 kills, which would have easily put it in the top 6 and would have knocked something like Primarina or Mandibus, spoiler, from the top six 100%. 100% would have knocked him out of the top six. But I'm very upset with myself. I didn't go with my gut. I didn't go with the correct play. And we just also didn't get lucky with paras. Like, the man got paras with me with Thunder Wave and landed all of them, and we didn't get a para with Body Slam. Because if I got in the para with Body Slam, I would have continuously just spammed Body Slam then. Because then there's a chance for para. I would have been able to 2 KO. I would have 2 KO'd the Aerodactyl right there, and we would have been in a fine position. And plus, with having it paralyzed, that would have opened up some doors to a lot of things on my team that could have outsped it and been able to click buttons with as well. But hey, it is what it is. But overall, Perugly. Do I think it's a terrible mon? And do I think it's undraftable? No. I think there is some good with Perugly. It's just you have to build Perugly very specifically for what the job you want to do. Think that is not terrible of an ability. Own tempo is not that bad. It's immune to intimidate, so that would be really, really good. But Define is where it's at. It's a really good thing to cause people to have to look into. Plus, the normal spam is relatively good in draft league format as well. So I don't know. I may, if low tier ever comes up again, which we are in a low tier league, but if low tier ever comes up again and rears its head up, maybe it's worth trying this mon again because in low tier I can definitely see the Perugly being great. And the MVP of the four that could not make the top six is I think Donphan, even though Donphan couldn't get the Ice Shard kill. Ugh. And we never got to show off Rock Polish Donphan. I'm so upset. I didn't get to say it in the video, but I'm so upset we didn't show off Rock Polish Donphan. But anyways, and plus if I had probably built Donphan more defensively, I probably would have maybe. Well, maybe I would have. I probably run Salt Vest Donphan with Sturdy instead. That probably would have been able to win us the game right there. But hey, it is what it is. But anyways, Donphan came to 5 games, 1 kill, and 3 deaths. Donphan, I think, just proved it. The 1 kill it actually got was against a Rotom Frost, believe it or not, which was pretty cool. But I think Donphan really puts a good job on teams. It's a really good, decent defense. It's a really good spinner. It's a really good mon to just spam attacks with. Donphan might be another Pokemon I want to have my interest peaked in trying again. It's just that Donphan is one of those Pokemon that it's that bulky defensive ground that I don't think a lot of people get used to using a lot. Like some of the best defensive grounds I think people get comfortable using are things like Powdon, arguably Landorus, which can play defensive. Just generally, just a lot of good defensive grounds out there. But their defensive grounds need to have a lot of good utility and maybe some recovery options and just some beneficial options. I felt like Donphan didn't get to do that too much, but overall, I think Donphan was just really good mon. I would like to try Donphan again. So let's go into our top 6 of the MVPs this season. Starting off with the mon, I'm only putting in 6 just based on the deaths. So with 5 games, 2 kills, 5 deaths, it's Primarina. Primarina, I still think, is probably arguably one of the best water types to use in Draft League format. It's not as bulky as people want it to be, but it is a powerhouse when it wants it to be. This thing's also got a really good ability with Liquid Voice, with Hyper Voice to break through subs, which I don't care what people say, that's cool tech, and that's really cool strategy. But overall, I think that actually getting Granny Kiss and then getting them Calm Mind was a really good Calm Mind setting, which is really good. I really think there's a lot of great potential with Primarina. I definitely don't think we get to show off the potential as much as we want to. We really could have against our Week 10 opponent, but again, the mind games right there and getting that Toxic on us really slowed us down and really kind of messed us up. So definitely something to note from right there. But I definitely want to keep using Primarina. Primarina is a monster, and plus we have an RGBL, so I'm happy. Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz came 3 games, 2 kills, and 2 deaths. Mandibuzz didn't get to do a whole lot that we are used to doing with Mandibuzz. But I just put it over in the top 5 just because of the stats, and plus I think Mandibuzz really kind of tried to carry its weight this season. We got to show off weakness policy Mandibuzz again and got a kill, which was really awesome. I definitely think I want to try to use Mandibuzz again. I think I never really use Mandibuzz for defogging or anything like that. I think I need to start, if I draft Mandibuzz, start maybe labeling defog on here. Because I'm that type of player that doesn't kind of care playing with hazards. And you guys have seen over the time frames, we have played with hazards and we have won roughly like 2 weeks in a row of games with no hazards removed on our side of the field. And we've proven, like, we had sticky webs on our side of the field several times, and we have beaten, I think, like 3 or 4 times we have that, and we've beaten every single team that's done that to us. So it just goes to prove you don't need hazards or hazard removal to win a game. So definitely something. But Mandibuzz is something that's really, really good. And if anyone has never tried Mandibuzz, I definitely recommend Mandibuzz. Manibus is such a really good defensive wall for any team out there. It's one of the best things to check things like Zygarde. It's one of the best defensive things to check things like Celesteela. It just overall is such a really good Pokemon, and I definitely think a lot of people need to give Manibus a shot. Coming in number 4 is Infernape, who came to 6 games, 3 kills, and 5 deaths. Infernape, I think we definitely could have gotten more kills. It could have gotten 4 kills and then maybe 5 deaths, or maybe even more if we had just played against that Scolipede right. But again, it was the gamble we took right there, and it ended up being not the gamble we wanted. But ultimately, Infernape was really good this season. We didn't get to show off Mach Punch Swords Dance or anything like that last time. But overall, I think Infernape was really, really good. I think Infernape was really definitely good for us this season. I definitely want to try Infernape again. Infernape is just one Pokemon I love so much, and I definitely want to kind of use it again. If my voice starts sounding raspy, I don't know why, but I'm going to get a drink afterwards, so we're finished. And also, there's a train coming by, so if you hear anything with the train, I can't control that. Number 3 is Celesteela, man. I have recently just been really rocking out with Celesteela. There was there was one week we could have, well, he had Sucker Punch, but if I had put Flamethrower on Celesteela that one week where he got the game, I think it was a 1 or 2-0 victory. If I had just put Flamethrower on Celesteela, we would have swept with Steel, and Steel would probably be number 1 or number 2 on our kill chart right now. So, but Celesteela, as you guys proved in that last game, came in the clutch, putting in the work, and we changed up Celesteela relatively decent, but I definitely just love running that Autotomy set. That Autotomy set is just so good for Celesteela, and I think the gaining access to power plus a Meteor Beam, which gives you already that +1, especially for something like a Beast Pokemon that abuses Beast Boost, which is relatively good. I love Celesteela. I definitely want to keep using Celesteela. Celesteela is just a very fun Pokemon. And just generally speaking, I think Celesteela is probably going to be arguably the best Steel type to use in Gen 8 format. Because it's just so good. It's just a really good one. Definitely recommend this if anyone's never tried it. But, yeah. And I decided to go ahead and put it, because, Celesteela came to essentially every single game, I believe, 7 games, and it got 5 kills and 6 deaths. Coming up to the Mon that's actually not the MVP in kill leaders, even though he could have been if I had just been smart. But we have Zeraora here that came to 6 games, 7 and 5, and it was pretty good. Zeraora is just amazingly good. We proved we were so good with Zeraora in RGBL. This is another one of those cases where we put in a lot of good work with Zeraora, and ultimately this is a Mon that I think is one of my main go-to guilty pleasure electrics to use, just like Zach does when he drafts in the league. I love Zeraora. Zeraora is just so good. The versatility of being special, physical, I love it so much. Zeraora to me is probably arguably one of, if not the best electric type to use in Draft League in the Gen 8 metagame because there's just so limitations, limited stuff that Zeraora can just do. And I love Zeraora. It's just gonna be I can't wait to use this thing even more in the RGBL, and I hope to be trying to use it more and more, just because I love this thing. It's just so good. Be able not to worry about running max speed or max, like, a timid or jolly nature, and be able to run modest or adamant almost every single week is so good. And then obviously there's options of running, like, something like naughty, naive, and stuff like that. I generally love Zera, and I definitely want to use it more, especially since the shiny is now unlocked and I can use it, which is really great. But to the MVP of the team, which I'm actually kind of surprised is the MVP. Oh wait, he died twice. I actually forgot to put that down. So he technically, actually, yeah, no, yeah, he is the kill leader, but never mind. I messed up there. But Mega Latios. I'm actually surprised this thing turned out to be the kill leader because we didn't get to really use it at all, and it comes out to just died. But there were a couple of games where this thing just kind of came in and claimed a KO every single time. I do have slight regret not clicking Calm Mind when I had the opportunity to click Calm Mind because she was most likely to click Toxic. If I had just clicked Calm Mind there, that was going to be the play to make right there. The only reason I clicked Dragon Pulse and that Rotom, by the way, it was just because in case she did want to switch out, which I probably should have figured out. If I had clicked Calm Mind once, knowing that it was faster, I think I would have been able to knock out the what's it? But then again, it would have probably been a damage roll because we did 30 something. We did like 20 something percent to we did 30 something percent. So I imagine at +1 we were doing roughly around 40 to 50 something. So it would have been a damage roll. If we got the roll, great. If we didn't, we dropped. But the good news would have been this: I could have gone Donovan. I shard as she swapped. I shard as she was gonna probably stay and sack it off, and then we could have probably rock polished maybe. I don't know. Maybe we could have done something. We could have gone Zero Aura, click Plasma Fist. Actually, yeah, we should have done that. We could have gone Zero Aura and clicked Plasma Fist if anything situation happened right there with the Toxic, and then we would have won because on that turn she could not click Boom Burst. Otherwise, that would have healed me and I would have won the game. I think that's how I think Plasma Fist would have worked right there as I killed it. So it is what it is. But Mega Latios, stop talking about the game, but Mega Latios actually turned to be really a lot of fun this season. Latios is just one of those Pokemon that's really good. Mega Contour, I don't think it was broken as a lot of people were making out to be, but I definitely think it's good. I definitely think Mega Latios is a really good Mega. It's not personally my favorite Mega to go to, but if it was a Mega to keep around when you're taking over a team, I think it's worth the ride to use it, and I definitely think it's a good mon. Do I think it's probably one of the best? Do I think it's broken? Depends on the player. I don't think I'm that good of a Mega Latios player, to be honest with you, but I do see the appeal for why people love Mega Latios and the Latios in general. I would definitely agree Latios is more broken though, because of the bulk and stuff. But overall, I think Latios was really fun this season, and if I get another chance to try it, I might try it. Who knows? But that is our season, guys. A lot of great mons here that really shined for us. Mostly, I think the top three were the best of the team right there. Getting Zero or Celestial Megalati. I don't know how the coach originally had gotten these three together. I really don't know how he did it, but we took advantage of that, and we may or may not have almost gotten the chance to take it to playoffs, which is a big shame. But hey, we did our best this season. And again, I'll redo this video if we didn't make the playoffs. If we made playoffs, obviously. But if we didn't make playoffs, then this is the official recap of the season. So if it's very long and winded, I'm very sorry, but I think it was a really good time this season. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for me, guys. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be friendly with King of the Crew. But with that being said, everyone, I am going to go ahead and get out of here, get some water or something because my throat is dying. Hope you all having a nice day. But until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, and then I see Chad Joke. I'll see you guys later. Peace.